Erica L. Ayala and Brian Fleurantin here, and we are going to give you our takeaways, 3 of them, after the New York Liberty get the win against the Washington Mystics in Game 1. Brian, you get the first takeaway.
Sure. One big takeaway I had was that the team's defense really picked itself up after the first quarter. In the first, Washington got wherever they wanted. They scored 29 points, shot like 60% from the field. But as the game went deeper and deeper, the Liberty started figuring it out. Washington didn't score over 20 the rest of the game, and their field goal percentages were all 25 in the second quarter, I think like in the 30s in the third and 43 in the fourth. So we saw the defense really sort of tighten up and get back to where it usually is.
And for takeaway number 2, we talked about this on our podcast, but Sabrina Ionescu is that girl. 6 of her 7 3-pointers coming in the second half. She came up big, was in the zone, and ultimately talked to us, Brian, about knowing that she has the confidence, feeling like the basket just was looking bigger and bigger, and it's exactly what the New York Liberty needed to get over the hump and to get this win in Game 1. All right, Brian, send us home with takeaway number 3.
Takeaway number 3 is Jonquel Jones is going to be a headache for Washington. On Sunday, she mentioned that she treated it like a playoff game, and in the scrum with us, she was like, my numbers look good, but I didn't feel like it impacted the game in the ways that I really wanted to, and tonight we saw that. She was really able to get in the paint, really create trouble for Tiana Hawkins, got her in a lot of foul trouble early, and in the second half, which I thought was brilliant on Sandy's part, Sandy switched her onto Elena Deladon, and after half, Deladon only had 3 field goal attempts, and we've seen Deladon give the Liberty trouble. We've seen her give JJ trouble in the finals, and she's given Stu trouble. She's given anyone who's been in front of her trouble. So the Liberty were really able to keep the ball out of her hands, make things difficult for her, not let her go to her left, which is her strong side, as Brianna Stewart told us, just sort of always having her in a crowd. JJ's length and athleticism really getting in the way that way, and I think her interior presence just opens things up even more for New York. So now that they've got a few days off to just sort of like rest up, study for Tuesday night, I think they're in a really strong position, and I think it starts with JJ being that dominant presence on both sides of the ball.
And, we'll give you one bonus, but this one shouldn't be any surprise. Death, taxes, Betnijah Laney being clutch for the New York Liberty. Now, we've talked about this time and time again. And why? Because it's true. The New York Liberty goes as... The New York Liberty goes as Betnijah Laney goes. Yes, you're going to get MVP caliber performances from Brianna Stewart. You're going to get bench minutes from Kayla Thornton. You're going to get electric passing from Courtney Vandersloot. But everyone in the scrum today talked about Betnijah Laney being the anchor. You've got the engine, AT, for Connecticut. We've got the anchor in Betnijah Laney. That's our 3 takeaways plus a bonus. After Game 1, the New York Liberty take the game over the Washington Mystics. We'll be back for game number 2.